men's mental health crisis. Young men are disenfranchised. The suicide rate amongst men is much higher than women, and everybody pretends to care. But when I come along and say, I am a man, I've been a man, I know how it feels to be a sad man and a happy man, and I found happiness through masculine achievement and strength, through working hard in the gym, through dedicating myself, through building a life worth living, through taking care of the people who I love, both male and female, through becoming financially successful, through sticking up for myself, through having opinions, through being a man of honor and courage. When I do these things, I'm ostracized and they're attempting to destroy my life. This goes beyond a few media interviews. They are attempting to put me in jail and destroy my life because I am helping young men. They don't care about men's
June
mental health.
is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Now listen, I speak from a place of passion and pain. I know how it feels like to go into the drugs, the alcohol, and the abusive substances. Well listen, that's the negative outlet. My brothers, let's go into more of the positive outlet. Let's work out more. Let's read more. Let's seek help. Talk to a therapist. Talk to your pastor. Talk to somebody that you can confide into. Me, I have a group of men that I lean on to, which is the League of Exemplary Men. Those are my brothers. They keep me accountable. They motivate me. They inspire me. They listen to me. They give me good, godly wisdom and counsel when I need help. All right? You are not alone. I know how it feels to be in the darkness, but now I want you to come into the light. You see how the light is shining on me? I want you to come into the light and know that mental health matters because you matters, my brother. Tap into your kingly energy. Tap into that warrior spirit. Fight for what you believe in and make sure that you make your mental health and make you a priority. My name is Scott Bernhardt, and share this message. All right? You're not alone, my brother.
One of the best treatments, clinically proven, to help with depression, anxiety, low libido, low drive, inflammation. It's not a medicine. It's exercise, and it's proven to be better than almost any other medication available.
Do you think this is common knowledge? Yeah.
I don't. I do not think, although it's becoming more common knowledge. You know, if you look at, and this isn't just my opinion, if you look at the data, look at anxiety and depression, for example. And we're talking about the most common forms, right? The kind of mild to moderate forms, because the extreme forms, that's a whole different category. But if you look at the data, when they compare the most effective prescription medications that we've had now for decades, right? Like SSRI, drugs or other drugs that are similar, and you compare them to consistent exercise, the effects on depression and anxiety are very similar in the short term. In the long term, they start to trend better with exercise. And that's because exercise, you don't build up a tolerance to it like you do with a medication. It tends to become more and more effective as you continue to do it. In fact, if you could bottle exercise into a pill, it would be there would be nothing like it in the world. It would be a complete blockbuster. And it sucks that people only connect exercise to the physical effects.
They just think it's work. Yeah, and it's the consistency really that provides the value. Once you really start to add that into your daily activities, your daily life, it's interesting to me because I look at it a lot like unpotential used energy. And at the end of the day, like your body starts to kind of like, get restless with that. And if you're all in your head for too long, you kind of get into this loop that you can't really break out of.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack there too. Yeah, it definitely improves your physical health, which will also improve your mental health. We know that those are strongly connected. But the process of exercise is very much an empowering one, where you're out doing it and you're struggling and you're finding that you're able to stay consistent. Oh my gosh, it's working. Look what I'm doing. I like this and I feel good about myself. And it just gets better and better over the years. And there's so much to unpack there why exercise is such an effective mental health tool.
I'm tired all the time when I exercise. I just make myself do it. Like, that's a possibility. That's a choice. Once you get going, once your body starts sweating, effort feels good, especially when you do it and then you have those breaks in between sets where you get to take some deep breaths and you realize, all right, I did these things that I thought were really difficult to do. Like if I said, I'm going to do 50 burpees and I do 50 burpees. Like you did it. Like, and that little reward for hard work and for effort, that's very important for people. And especially in this world that we live in, where we have these bodies that were designed to run away from predators and fend off invaders, and they don't get any fucking use at all. You just sit down at a chair. And when you do that, you get depressed and you feel that anxiety. Like, gee, I wonder why. Exercise, rigorous, hardcore exercise is clinically proven to be better than SSRIs for dealing with depression. They've shown better results for anxiety for people who exercise vigorously than almost anything.
About the working out, because a lot of people, when they think about working out, they think of it as being a physical thing.
Right? No. I did it for mental.
Yeah.
People always say, "My God," like, no, don't look at it like I didn't care about losing weight. I didn't care about being the fastest person. I wasn't making the Olympics. I wasn't going to pros. I could barely read and write when I was in a junior in high school. I wasn't going anywhere. I saw working out as a way for me to build calluses on my mind. I had to callous over the victim's mentality. So I watched these movies. I talked about Rocky last time I was on here. I always equated training to mental toughening. Like, it always looked brutal. People waking up early and doing all these things. It looked horrible. I was like, wow, man, I got to start doing that. Not to get better, bigger, and stronger, but that is what's going to build me. That looks uncomfortable. That looks brutal. And getting up early, I don't want to do that. So I made this long list of things I don't want to do. And through that, I found myself.
Now, the studies are pretty clear now that any kind of physical activity or exercise has a very positive effect on anxiety and low to moderate types of depression. In fact, in head-to-head comparisons against some of the most popular antidepressant medications, exercise is as good in the medium term, and in the long term, some studies even say that exercise is more effective. So it's definitely something that is extremely effective. Now, the problem, of course, is if I'm depressed and anxious, the last thing I want to do is go exercise. So it's kind of like, okay, like, which one do I do first? Like, I got to get rid of this, and this is how I get rid of it. But now because I feel this way, I don't want to go exercise. So that's the hard part. But let's just say that you can will yourself to get to a gym or start being exercised. Number one, any type of activity should have as long as it's appropriate, should have a positive effect on both anxiety and depression.
Person who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how they feel, will always beat the person who goes to the gym when they feel like going to the gym.
The man who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how he feels, will always beat the man who goes to the gym when he feels like going to the gym.